Guys, it's Fonzie with DipYourCar.com. Now we have a Porsche GT3 in the shop today. Something interesting about this particular GT3 is that it gets track time and a lot of it. Now if you're the type of person where you bring your car to the track, whether it's the quarter-mile track or the road track, there's one thing that you're very familiar with. The paint on your car is going to take a beating. If you take a look at this car, the front fender, the hood, the mirror caps, the rocker panels, there's small chips all throughout the paint. There's small scratches and even some small dings as well. Again, your car paint goes through hell when you run it on the track. Now there are a couple different ways that you can protect your car paint when you bring it to the track. Something you guys may have seen before is you'll see these nice expensive track cars layering blue painter's tape on the car paint. They're going to layer that tape up, and it does help protect things from when you're on the track. But what if you want something that might last a little longer, something you can leave on for a while, something that may be a little bit more eye appealing, and something that won't leave the adhesive from the tape on the car when you're done. So today I'm going to show you how to utilize Plasti Dip to isolate certain areas of the car and use that essentially as a protective bra that still looks good to take your car to the track. So we're going to jump in here. We got a specific design I'm going to share with you on this specific GT3. It's Fonzie. Enjoy the video. Alright guys, here is the GT3 that we're going to be working on today. And as you can tell, it's a bright, beautiful red. Now we could dip the entire car and obviously protect the entire car, but we talked to the owner. We really wanted to focus on some specific areas for protection so that we can show you guys how to protect your car for the track using the minimal amount of product possible. Now the areas that we want to focus on specifically are the hood, the front bumper, the rocker panels, and the mirror caps. Those are the areas that get the worst beating while you're on the track. Now we were trying to think, we've got a red car here, what could be a good design to get all these areas protected? Now there's a Porsche racing team out there called the Flying Lizard team, and they've got a beautiful aluminum and red combination that they use on their race cars. We showed it to the owner. He thought it was perfect, so we're going to use that as our inspiration. Now let me walk around the car with you and show you specifically what we're going to be dipping and how we're going to be masking it. Alright, now I'm going to walk you through what we have masked off and what we're going to spray. Now remember, we're going to be having a two-tone between the stock red and a silver or aluminum look. So we're going to be masking off everything from this pillar here all the way back, including the roof, and then from this line all the way back is going to be the stock red color. That's going to give us our red part of the two-tone. Now everything from this yellow line moving forward, including around the front, and I'll show you that, is going to be our aluminum color. The way we're going to get our aluminum is we're just going to do about 3 or 4 coats of gunmetal as a nice solid base, and then we're going to do 2 coats of the true metallic aluminum on top, and that'll give us our red and aluminum contrast. So what you see here is we've got tape and drape moving all the way back, protecting the car, and we've got a nice thin yellow line here that's going to give us our nice sharp edge. This is 3M automotive masking tape. You can find it at DipYourCar.com. It's very flexible, so it'll help you get that nice curve, and it's got really, really sharp edges, so it's going to help us get that nice clean edge. Now what we're going to do is we're going to dip everything. We're going to get all our coats down, and while our last coat is still wet, we're going to peel up this yellow tape and create that edge all the way down. So I'll take you to the front of the car. Now as far as the front of the car, everything here is going to be aluminum, including the hood. So we've got our headlights masked off here and our spoiler lip on the bottom masked off as well. Now if you want to do this on your car and you want to do a simpler design, all you really have to do is mask off the areas that you don't want to get dip on there and then just leave exposed the areas that you want to dip. So if we were going to do something simpler and just, for example, do the front bumper, we would just mask off the headlights, the spoiler lip, and everything around the front bumper and just spray the bumper. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get some pre-dip spray. We're going to wipe the entire car down where we're going to dip it, and then we're going to start dropping down our gunmetal gray base coats. Alright guys, we are now done with the dipping portion of this project. We've got, on the body of the car, we've got 4 coats of gunmetal gray and 3 coats of true metallic aluminum. So that's 7 coats of Plasti Dip spray on this car that's going to give it a really nice, thick and strong coating that's going to protect the OEM paint while this beast is running around the track. But we're not going to stop there. What we're going to be using is the dip coat. And what we're going to do is apply the dip coat to all the sections of the car that currently have Plasti Dip on it. And what the dip coat's going to do is it's going to make the Plasti Dip feel nice and hard and slick and scratch resistant. So essentially what we're doing is we're going to have the Plasti Dip protecting the OEM clear coat and the OEM paint and keeping that in great condition. And the dip coat's going to be applied 12 hours before every track session. That's going to keep the dip in great condition as well. So we're going to apply that along all the different sides of the car that have the dip on it. Then we're going to take it outside and show you guys the end result. Okay, now we finished the track protection package here on the GT3. Now remember, the main focus of this project was to protect those critical areas on the car, the areas that get the most wear and tear when going around the track. Now for this specific car, those areas were the front bumper, the hood, and the mirror caps. And the design that we came up with protected all of those areas and some more around the sides of the car and the doors. Now, if this is something you're going to do on your own personal track car, the first thing you want to do is come up with your design. Your design should focus on all of the critical areas on your particular car. So look for the areas that you may see getting the most wear and tear and the most damage to the paint while you go around the track, whether you're doing quarter-mile racing or even road racing as well. Now, what we did was we made sure we applied at least 7 coats of Plasti Dip to each one of the areas that we want to protect. So we want it to be visually appealing, but it has to be durable and protective as well. So try to put a minimum of 7 coats of Plasti Dip down. Now, if you're going to be doing large surface areas like we did here, you definitely want to utilize the DYC sprayer and the gallons. It's going to make it much more effective and much more efficient doing those large areas with the DYC sprayer and the gallons. However, if you're going to be focusing on just some small areas like the mirror caps like we did, for example, then you can utilize the aerosol cans for those as well. Now, if you have any questions about a product or a project like this, please just call customer service at DipYourCar.com during business hours or send an email to customerservice@DipYourCar.com. There will be somebody there to walk you through the project, find out exactly what you need to do and how much product you need. So we're going to let the camera go around. This car is completely ready to get back on the track and protect the OEM paint. And remember, Plasti Dip is completely peelable and removable. So when it's time to go back to the OEM paint, we can peel it up nice and clean and it won't leave any of the adhesive behind that painter's tape may leave. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's Fonzie. I'll see you on the next one.